Greetings, guys. Today I'm here to do the reading for Scorpio. And actually, before we get started, I would really like to say that I only started this channel not even just a week ago, like today. And in the space of a week, I've gotten to Scorpio, and already we've had like 182 views over all my videos, which is absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate that, everyone, and we really like to thank my few subscribers that I have got. 4 subscribers overall, but I haven't checked the stats on that this morning. But I'm very happy with that, and I'm grateful for all of your views and all of you. I'd really like it if you would all comment for me, so give me a bit of feedback, please, because that's important so that I can do a better read for you in the future. Okay, well, let's get started. I'm going to use 2 decks today, and the deck that I use, I think I'm going to use the Alchemical Tarot. And the Queen of the Moon Oracle. These ones are by Stacey DeMarco. I really love those cards. So today, I've got my little candles here today, which I haven't had for a while. I found it really hard trying to get the 9-hour tea lights because the 4-hour ones I can't get through enough videos with those, and they die too quickly. I have to keep replacing them all the time. So okay, let's get to it. I'd just like to say that all of my prices for readings are in the description box below. Also, I have a group on Facebook where I offer members who've been a member for over a month 50% off readings. So that's actually a really good deal, and I do Facebook Lives once a week and do 1-card readings. So if you'd like to get in on that, that would be great. So let's get into it and find out what's going to be happening for this month for you. Because I'm a little bit late because I've only just started the channel, and it's taken me a little while to get into the groove of things, but next month should be a lot better, and I should have them all up in time at the beginning of the month. So let's hope that that works out the way I want it to. Okay, let's split the deck and see what's happening for you guys. Alrighty. First card is, we've got the Ace of Swords. I'll put those ones down there, and I'll put the other cards up the top. For now, they have to go there. And the next one is the Ace of Wands. What is with the aces? Wow, new opportunities, and they just keep coming. Let's see what turns up. Oh, got the 5 of Vessels here in the reverse. Clearly something has not gone to plan, and it's been a little upsetting for you. And it seems like there was a lot of excitement regarding this situation, and it's been a bit of a letdown for you that it hasn't worked out the way that you wanted it to. Let's just see. And the next coin we've got for you is the Knight of Coins. That's not so bad. Knights are about passion. They also can be a little bit impatient, fast-moving and eager. They want to prove themselves to the world. They can tend to move towards the extreme in doing that. So just be careful of where your energies lie at the moment, and understand that we are currently coming up for an Aries full moon. And Aries is a very passionate moon, and it can be very powerful when it comes to emotions. But the thing we need to remember is that being that Aries is such a passionate sign and such a passionate vibration, those passions can very easily turn negative and move into a more aggressive nature and form. So bear in mind, we've got the Lovers in reverse. So there could have been a breakup, or there could be a disagreement within a relationship that you are finding it difficult to move past. We've got the Magician as the next card. We're getting a lot of major cards. The Magician is a good card because he is about manifestation. It's about using your energy to be able to create. And we've got the Hermit in reverse. So you're coming out of a period of solitude where you have had to go inward to find answers. And the Seven of Cups in reverse. It's funny how the cups are all coming up in reverse. Oh. We've got two aces. It seems that there's an imbalance of power within a relationship, maybe. When we get twos, twos are about balance and partnership, and it's about the duality of self and the duality of situations also. So it may be that we have a couple of different situations presenting themselves. One of these is regarding a relationship that isn't going quite so well. It's not going how you'd like it to. And I feel like you're about to come to a decision. And we have the Knight of Wands, or the Knight of Staves, which is traditionally the Knight of Wands. And he's also in the reverse position. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Lady of Swords. Lady of Swords in the traditional deck would be a page. Pages are rather inexperienced because they are young souls, and they're very, very eager to learn and explore and basically to jump into life and the world. And in the process of doing that, sometimes they don't look around at what's moving around them, and they miss important signs to be able to tell them whether or not this is the right path to go and whether or not they're moving in the right direction. And sometimes that can lead us down a wrong path, and we may think that something is good, but it's actually been a deception. And I feel like that's what you're experiencing at this present time, and I feel as though it's in regard to a relationship. But the Magician coming up in this position is really actually quite good, because the Magician is a very powerful card. He's all about manifestation and about using your energy in the correct way. But he can also be manipulative and very methodical in his endeavours and in his movements. Let's just that. A little bit closer. I'm going to start moving these cards down because I want to put the other cards. Oops. Let's move this forward. Okay, let's get a bit of a better read now. We'll pull some of the Queen of the Moon Oracle cards. The Magician. Oh. He came after the Lovers. That's right. Okay. Let's move on to these. Okay, there's only a couple of cards here which I'd really like to clarify with some extra information. The first card was the Ace of Swords. Swords is about communication and truth. It's using your intellect and your thoughts and your ideas to be able to navigate your way through a situation. It rules thoughts, intellect, and new ideas. And Swords is ruled by Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, which is ours. So it's also cutting away the truth and cutting away deceptions. It's about seeing the situations for what they truly are. Now, being that we've got the Ace of Wands next to that, it appears to me like the truth of the situation has come to light and that you have taken steps to clear the path for new growth. Wands is a fire energy, and fire energy burns away anything that doesn't serve us, and anything that isn't for our greater good gets left behind and it gets burnt away to make room for the new. Let's get some clarification on the Five of Cups. Five's about change and instability and conflict. So there's been arguments, and there has, there's been a bit of fear around the stability of a relationship, I feel. And the Lovers wasn't upright, it was reversed, wasn't it? Just leave it like that, that's fine. Let's get moon, goddess of the moon, Queen of the Moon Oracle card for the Five of Cups. And we've got patience. So I feel like to navigate through this situation, it's going to take some patience on your part. You're going to have to spend some time and really sort through the situation and look at it honestly. And don't deceive yourself in the process, okay? Because that's important. I feel like you need to spend some time going inwardly and really look at what it is that you need more than other people. And I see there's a couple of different scenarios as well, because they Aces can also signify birth. That could be the birth of a new idea, the birth of a new concept, the birth of a new way of being, even the birth of a child. I have seen the Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Swords also come up for that as well. Now let's draw another card from the Magician, because the Hermit, and then we've got the Seven of Cups, which has come up in the reverse, and I find it interesting that both the cups have come, or the vessels rather, but cups anyway, have come up in reverse, because cups relate to emotions and to relationships, creativity and partnership, intuition, and love. So this is why I am getting the impression that this is regarding a relationship. Now, I think maybe you need to spend some time by yourself and figure out whether or not this is the best path for you to take at this time, because I sort of feel as though you're feeling like you have not been listened to, and like not being respected. What your wishes and the things that you want are not so important to the other party. And at the moment, what you're working on is regaining your own strength, your inner stability, your outer stability in the world as well, and maintaining a life to a standard that you want. And I feel like this relationship is sapping your energy, and you are not able to manifest with the Magician as strongly as you would like to. So I think it's time for you to spend some time alone and go within and do some meditation and drink lots of water and purify your body so that you can get the best vision of what direction to go in the future. And the card that we've got that's come up for the Magician, it's actually new beginnings. So this is what you're working on manifesting, and you will be able to do this. And the Knight of Stars at the very, very end tells me that this is going to happen. I'm going to pull a card now for the Seven of Cups and find out exactly how that relates to the earlier cards, because in the early card, as you can see, this cup here is broken. None of these cups are broken, and this one is releasing liquid, which is being caught by the cup down the bottom with the eye on it. And so it sort of tells me that you feel like your cup of love has not been filled, and like maybe you need to move on to something that is going to be more emotionally fulfilling for you and give you the love, the stability and the structure that you need, that you desire. I feel as though that's being held back from you right now. And the card that we've got for the Seven of Cups is peace. So internally, this is what you have been seeking and been unable to retrieve. And this is because there's been blockages put in place by the things that people have said to you, and the way that people have made you think about the certain situations, about certain people involved in your life, and about you, yourself, and the direction and path that you have chosen to take. There's a negative energy around you that has been blocking your path, and this needs to be moved out of the way. And the Nine of Stars and the Ace of Stars are both a good, powerful energy to be able to burn through that. And I can see that you will get through it, and that when you come to the end, you will find a life that is more in tune with who you are. Okay, the last card we've got with the Knight of Stars is self-reflection. And this always comes after difficult situations where we've had to look within ourselves and formulate a new path, a new direction, new ways to go, new ways of being, new ways of thinking. a different understanding of the world and a different understanding of the way that the energies in the world work. It's time for a turnaround, guys, and you are well on the path to it, because you've just had enough of the way things have been moving, and you are wanting change right now, and now you feel like that's a really important thing. And so the urge to create change has been quite powerful, and you have been unable to ignore that. And the magician is what we use to be able to manifest those skills. So they are the more positive qualities of self-worth and self-confidence, and it emphasizes those qualities. And you will find that other people will be attracted to that, and you will find that you will be attracting people with more positive energy, and people with the lesser energy and the more negative energies will move away from you, and that you will attract people who admire your skills and do not dwell in the more negative side of things. You will find that your brain starts to think more rationally and more positively, and you will be pushed towards a more intellectual way of thinking, where your left brain takes over from the emotional right brain, and you become more rational. And this gives you the ability to be able to see situations with a much clearer light, so that you can see the best direction to be able to move forward for the future. I feel like there is something else waiting for you after you have done this work, and I feel like it might be a new job or a new relationship, or maybe even a new self-awareness about life and the workings of the universe and how they affect your life in the everyday. Maybe a journey, and this journey could be of a more spiritual nature. Hermes the Magician, he's a very interesting card, because while he leads you up to the threshold of change, he cannot lead you across it. I sort of get the impression to me with the tarot is it's the Fool that takes you across that threshold, and you are preparing to take a leap of faith into a new area that is a little bit foreign for you. And I think the reason why we've got some of these cards in their more negative aspect and in the reverse is because there is a little bit of fear that goes with that, because there have been people telling you that they're, maybe they're saying that they're not sure that that's the right path for you, or maybe telling you that, oh, you're being silly, that spiritual stuff, it's not real. I've heard that one a lot over the years. I remember being, even as a child, my family used to say to me, you'll never make a living doing that. And that's what I made a living out of doing my entire life. So there you go. Sometimes people are not always correct. And sometimes we actually do know what is the best path to go. But do not allow people to instill fear in you, because this path is going to be good for you. It's going to open up new opportunities. And it's going to open up a whole new world for you. And so my advice to you would be, when it comes time, you take that leap, because it's going to turn out better than you expect. I hope that has resonated with you guys. I always find Scorpio a little bit difficult to read, because my daughter's a Scorpio, and sometimes you guys can be very unpredictable. I much prefer reading for water signs, to be honest. But anyway, I hope that was helpful for you guys. And please like and subscribe and leave comments, because I'd really, really like to be able to hear what you guys think about the way that I read, because I'm only very new to this. And so any feedback is good feedback, my lovelies. Thank you. Blessed be, and have a wonderful, wonderful October. Bye.